3 different people from different areas contact me, and it was because I knitted together a strong net, and that was from taking Duncan's advice.
It was very helpful for him to be able to give me just a kind of direction in where I might start creating a roadmap.
And the ideas he gave were absolutely fantastic. I hadn't thought of doing these things in all of the other literature that I've read.
Definitely most of the stuff that I took away, if not all of the stuff that I took away, was practical stuff.
So the first thing you should notice here is that there has always been more hiring than there has been openings. And so this gap, if you will, is the core of the hidden job market. This is it. And in fact, the other thing you should notice is that it's thinner in some spots and fatter in other spots. So right now, we know that employers are hiring people without bothering to advertise about 41% of the market. Instead of thinking about a job and a job description, we think about the who, the people that are around the job. Does that make sense? Okay? So when you're thinking about your target job, for those of you who know what that job is, and even for those of you who are kind of thinking, well, maybe it looks something like this, the best thing you do is you look for the people who are around the job. The obvious one that everybody talks about is the boss, but there's also the people that the boss reports to. There are peers to the boss. There are peers to the job that you have or that you're targeting, and there are the people that are served by the job. Might be internal customers, external customers, vendors, who knows. What's important about this community of people around every single job out there, and I don't care if it's a job where you're doing research on some island in the South Pacific, sounds pretty cool to me, or whether it's a customer service job in the center of hundreds of people that you're working with. Either way, these people have a picture, an idea, an opinion, input into that job. This cluster of people is your target.
The best thing that I took away from Duncan's presentation tonight was jumping the networks and not just looking at the immediate network that you have, but looking at how your network connects with other networks.
It definitely told you strategies, but it made it very applicable. He gave us specific tools.
The question then is, how do you find them? And then, what are you supposed to say after you find them? Where are they? Where are they located? What industries are they in? What associations do they belong to? Literally write that stuff down. And if you think you know some names, put those names in there too. This is an incomplete list. This list is great when you're in a networking meeting. So when you meet somebody, anybody in your network that you start off with, you want to give them this list. And I actually have a name for it. It's called a Targeted Opportunity Profile. What this is literally a document. It is a direction finder, if you will, that says, here are the things I'm looking for in my target job. Do you know anybody that might fit that description? Do you know anybody that might fit that description? And you'd be amazed because it triggers ideas for people. The second thing, the second way we want the network to help you, and this is really important for anybody who's in a job search, but if you're not sure what kind of job you're looking for, this is a great area of focus in networking. And that is, you connect your hottest skills to what managers really care about, which is really the fundamental nugget of what's going to get you hired. Your hottest skills to what they care about. Do not ask, what are the minimum qualifications to get in a job? And the reason you don't ask that question is because if you do, you're going to get the same answer. It is 3 to 5 years of experience, a degree, a certification, and some other thing that's related to somebody who doesn't have any experience is no value. If you ask a different question though, you'll discover a different result, and that is, ask them, you've hired people or you've seen people do this job, think about the top 20%, those top performers. What were their background? What was their qualifications? And there's something very interesting. There are 3 things, and there's a lot of ways of looking at this, but fundamentally there are 3 things that make somebody good at a job. It's their abilities, it's their motivation, and it's how they fit in. Most career success is driven by motivation and how you fit in. Abilities is something that can be learned. And this is important because these motivated skills, if you will, these strengths are the essential ingredient that you're looking for. When you interview people in these informational interviews and ask what are the success factors, you connect your strengths to the job, and more importantly, you connect it in words that managers understand.
His ideas are very new and very engaging, and I think will lead to great success.
Most networking dies and dead ends for a very simple reason. People treat networking contacts like stepping stones. Like we are trying to go, I'll meet with you, I talk with you, what I get from you, great, thanks, bye. Go on to the next one. Get rid of this idea of networking as stepping stones. It's not 6 degrees of stepping to get to the person that you need, to get to the job, to get to the hiring manager. Think of it instead of building a net. Keep the net in networking. Keep the net in networking. Literally, you're going to be you know your network is working for you when a job opportunity comes up and you'll get 2 telephone calls. Hey, did you hear that this such and such company or this particular agency? They're hiring. You know you've got enough penetration, if you will, into the marketplace.
I believe Duncan really gave us steps to take to make those great contacts and land that job, as opposed to just giving us theoretical, he actually gave us practical advice and steps to get there. So it was great, and so I'm going to start setting those goals and making those contacts.
Even though he's very a realist about how the market is and what a challenge in the economy it is right now, the practical aspects and the positive, upbeat look of you can make a difference, you need to get around and find another doorway in, and they're still there.
I thought it was very informative, and he helped articulate some of the things that that might seem intuitive, but you might not notice right away without someone pointing it out.
Double back. Anytime somebody refers you to someone else and you have that meeting, you send the 24-hour thank you note to the person you met with, and then you double back to the person that referred you. Why do you do that? You do that because it permanently ties somebody to your search. In fact, even ask them, I'm going to be doing this search, I'll be meeting a few people. Is it okay if I call you back sometime if there's something that comes up that I think you might be able to help me with? Most everybody says yes. It gives you permission. It means you will not run out of networking connections. It means that you'll actually have a net out there that will help you land your job. Just make people glad. And this is not about being polite. It's not about being decent. It's about really making great connections and keeping them. And they actually can become career-long connections. So tie great knots, and you'll get much better results from anything that you do when it comes to attacking the hidden job market. Something that a manager told me once. When you're doing a job search, remember this. What makes a manager successful is to meet and hire really great people. That's the only thing that ultimately makes them successful. In this market today, your obligation is to make that connection, to introduce yourself so that they know that they've got a terrific resource in you. Thank you.
All of the stuff that I took away was practical stuff and stuff that was applicable to undergraduates, graduates, anyone that is even looking for a job or thinking about looking for a job in the future. Stuff that probably 10, 20 years from now, I'll still be using.
I liked talking to him afterward. He was very personable and able to take what he said in his keynote presentation and explain how it could be tailored to a whole variety of different situations.
I'm one who's prospered by following these techniques and been able to find 2 positions in the last year by following this. One wasn't exactly what I wanted, and the second one is exactly what I wanted. So I was able to take the advantage of those, and it's been great.